Today we're diving into one of the most powerful and honestly most overlooked connections in our entire body. We're talking about the direct link between your gut and your liver, what you could call a hidden superhighway that basically runs the show when it comes to your overall health.
So let me ask you this. If you had to pick the single most important relationship between two organs in your body, what would you say? Maybe the heart and lungs come to mind, or the brain and the nervous system. And yeah, those are huge, but there's another power couple that's just as critical and maybe even more influential on how you feel day to day. And it's this one. The incredibly direct, intimate connection between your gut and your liver. I mean, look at that. They aren't just neighbors hanging out in your abdomen. They are constant, deeply connected partners. It's like they're locked in a biological dance 24/7.
To really get this, you have to think of it like a superhighway, a massive, high-speed connection that directly links the outside world, through your gut, to your body's central processing plant.
Okay, so the official term for this is the gut-liver axis. And just like the name says, it's this incredibly sophisticated two-way communication system that is just constantly buzzing with traffic going back and forth between these two amazing organs.
So what's the road for this superhighway? Well, it's a massive blood vessel called the portal vein. And this isn't just any old vein. You can think of it as a dedicated express lane that makes this entire system work.
And here's something that's absolutely key to understand. This is not a one-way street. The information, the communication, the flow of everything, it goes in both directions. This creates a really delicate and vital feedback loop.
This two-way traffic is just crucial. So in one direction, from the gut to the liver, pretty much everything you absorb, all the nutrients from your food, but also signals from your gut microbes, and even potential toxins, it all gets sent directly to the liver for inspection first. Then, in the other direction, the liver sends essential stuff like bile back to the gut to help you digest your food and keep your gut microbiome happy and balanced. Because of this unique position, the liver becomes the ultimate gatekeeper of your body. Seriously, it stands guard between your digestive system and the rest of your circulation, and it gets to decide what gets in, what gets processed, and what needs to be neutralized.
You'll find it tucked away in your upper right abdomen, and this incredible organ is so much more than just a filter. It's really the metabolic command center for your entire body.
And just to give you a sense of its sheer scale, the average adult liver weighs about 1.5 kilograms. That's over 3 pounds. It's a true heavyweight in every sense of the word.
But you know what? Its size is nothing compared to its complexity. Scientists have identified over 500, that's 500, distinct and vital functions that the liver performs. It is an absolute biochemical powerhouse.
So you might be wondering, how does the liver pull this off? How can it be this all-powerful gatekeeper? Well, it comes down to a really unique feature, a dual blood supply. Unlike pretty much any other organ, it gets blood from two completely different sources at the very same time.
And this chart just lays it out perfectly. About 25% of its blood supply is standard, oxygen-rich blood coming from the heart, just like every other organ needs to survive. But get this, a whopping 75% comes directly from the gut through that portal vein we just talked about. And it's carrying everything you've just digested. This is exactly why the liver sees everything first.
And this whole process has a name. It's called first-pass metabolism. It's the liver's critical job to process, metabolize, and detoxify all that blood coming from the gut before it gets passed along to the rest of your body. This makes it your first and arguably your most important line of defense.
But what happens when this perfectly designed communication system starts to fail? What are the consequences when that gatekeeper gets totally overwhelmed?
This quote from the research really just nails it. It highlights this dangerous feedback loop. You see, a problem in one organ directly causes a problem in the other, and then that problem feeds back and makes the first one even worse.
And this breakdown has some serious, real-world consequences. Dysfunction along the gut-liver axis is now being linked to a huge range of chronic conditions. For instance, when the gut barrier gets weak, what some people call leaky gut, inflammatory molecules can just flood the liver, directly contributing to things like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It's also tied to cirrhosis, insulin resistance, and even cognitive issues like brain fog.
And this is the real danger. It's not just a one-time thing. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. A damaged gut burdens the liver, and then an overworked liver can't produce what it needs to maintain a healthy gut. It becomes a downward spiral that can really drive chronic disease.
So at the end of the day, it's pretty clear we have to stop thinking about these organs as separate entities. The gut-liver axis truly is a central hub, a command center for our overall health and well-being.
If there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. This axis is your body's primary checkpoint. It's the first stop for your immune system, for your metabolism, and for your detox pathways after anything passes through your gut. It's the first line of defense.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. Knowing that the liver sees everything first, that it's the primary gatekeeper standing between what you put in your body and the rest of your system, how does that change the way you think about your health?